What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural healthcare expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach. And I want to welcome you to tonight's live. So tonight's live is going to be awesome. The topic tonight is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis, right? People need to know about it. Everybody wants to know about it. So I'm excited that you're getting on. So when you're getting on, if you wouldn't mind letting me know whether you're watching it live or on the replay, where you're coming in from. I want to know because this is going out everywhere, all over the world. This problem that we're going to talk about tonight is having a major impact across the world. So if you let me know where you're coming in from and whether you're watching it live or on the replay, because I got to know, are you getting the full energy of Dr. Jim live? Are you watching on the replay? But either way, tonight's going to be great. Tonight's topic is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. The disclaimer for tonight is I am not your doctor tonight. You are not my patient tonight. And there's absolutely nothing about this video that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship. So please don't change anything about your current medical treatment because you heard me talk about something cool on this video. Part number 2 of this is CBD oil is a natural supplement. It is not a drug. Therefore, it is not intended for the diagnosis, treatment, or cure of any specific disease or condition, including anything that we talk about tonight in this video. And I'm going to try not to let the light blow me out. Oh, man. All right, that's good, right? Okay, so tonight's topic is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. Now, this is really important stuff because I did some stat research. I mean, everybody's heard of somebody that has rheumatoid arthritis, but I don't think that we all know like how prevalent it is. There's so many people with rheumatoid arthritis. So currently, rheumatoid arthritis affects approximately 2 million people in the United States. All right? Now, that's just the United States. Rheumatoid arthritis affects nearly 1% of the world population. Now, I had to do some math to tell you what that is, but that's roughly about 75 million people around the world are affected by rheumatoid arthritis. Now, here's the thing. Women are about 2 to 3 times more likely to develop rheumatoid arthritis than men are, and there's approximately 200,000. Did you hear that? 200,000 new cases diagnosed every single year, all right? And so, well, what is it? What happens? If anybody on here has rheumatoid arthritis, you already know about how devastating it can be to your body, to your health, how you feel. But just to give you an idea, I got CBD on the brain. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune condition, all right? So it's very, very different than osteoarthritis. In osteoarthritis, it's like you injured your knee playing football in high school, and then 30 years later, you're like, man, my knee's worn down, the cartilage is damaged, and you get bone-on-bone knee, all right? That's osteoarthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is a systemic arthritic process. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can... Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can... That doesn't help. This lighting is driving me bonkers. Oh, there we go. Hold on. If I can get in a place where I'm not blown out. All right. So, every time I move. All right. It doesn't matter. Just bear with me. I'm sorry, guys. The lighting drives me nuts. And so, anyway... Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune condition, so it's systemic. And what happens in an autoimmune condition is your own immune system, that which is designed to protect you from foreign invaders, to kill bacteria and viruses and anything foreign trying to get into you, that your own immune system actually starts to attack your tissues. And in the case of rheumatoid arthritis, it starts to attack like the inside of your joints, the synovium, the cartilage, the lining of your joints. Now, here's the thing. What can get really, really awful is that it doesn't just attack there. It can also move on and it can start attacking organs. All right? So rheumatoid arthritis is a very serious condition. The longer it goes on, the more damages it causes. It can actually erode away bone. And so if you've ever seen people that had really deformed joints in their hands, that's usually from rheumatoid arthritis. Okay? So it does a lot of a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation, a lot of damage, and that's a big deal. So if anybody on here has understands what that like. Yes, the worst thing ever to have, Chris. And I'm sorry. Thank you for commenting, though. So a lot of people have this as an issue. Now, here's the thing. The most common medical treatment for this type of problem right now are what are called immunosuppressants. All right, so in an autoimmune condition where your immune system is attacking your own body, what they do is they try to suppress your immune system, right? Sounds like a good idea, like, hey, if your immune system's going crazy and attacking your own body, let's suppress it. Except here's the problem. Your immune system is designed to protect you, right? It protects you from viruses and bacteria and funguses and anything trying to get in. So the problem is if you suppress your immune system long term, you're much more susceptible to other problems. And the truth is your immune system actually helps protect you against like cancer cells. Like they estimate that we all get about 1 to 100 cancer cells every single day, and your immune system goes through and finds them, sees them, they're not okay, and gobbles them up and kills them. So if we start suppressing our immune system long term, we open ourselves up to a lot of problems, so we don't like it. Things like the biologics, the steroids. I mean, steroids is a major treatment. Anybody who's been on steroids long term knows how awful that is, right? So if there was a natural way, right, that was non-toxic, non-addictive, that had no real negative side effects, didn't suppress your immune system, but could help with rheumatoid arthritis, you'd want to know about it, right? Well, I certainly would. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is the 5 ways in which CBD oil, and I'm going to try to keep it direct, to the point, get to the matter, right? So it's 5 ways that CBD oil can help you with rheumatoid arthritis, possibly, right? Number 1 is inflammation, right? So we know that, when your immune system is attacking and creating all this problem, there's a lot of inflammation, right? So if you can just help reduce inflammation globally throughout the body, it's been shown that that significantly helps with rheumatoid arthritis. Now here's something that CBD oil was proven to do. In animal models, and it was actually in a different autoimmune condition, but autoimmune conditions all very much work the same way. But in an animal model of MS, CBD oil reduced the gene transcription that promoted inflammation. Now, what does that mean? Well, in order to make anything in your body, your genes have to like they lay out the blueprint how to make it, and so that's in your DNA. Then your RNA transcribes from the DNA. Here's the information, and we can make it. Well, what they found out is that CBD oil reduced the gene transcription that promoted inflammation. How awesome is that, right? So number 1, we know that, and it helps reduce global inflammation, and that makes CBD oil with rheumatoid arthritis awesome. Number 2, all of the latest research in the last 3 or 4 years has proven that everybody, like over 75% of people with RA had a gut imbalance, an imbalance of their microbiome. There were certain bad dudes they found in the gut compared to everybody else. And so we know that CBD oil, we know that the gut microbiome is intimately connected to rheumatoid arthritis. Literally, these bad guys were shown to significantly be linked to rheumatoid arthritis. So how can CBD oil help in the gut with a disrupted microbiome? All right, because here's another thing. You have bad guys in your gut, they create inflammation in the gut, and then the longer that's going on, there's these things in your gut called tight junctions. That's how your gut lining is held together, and they keep food and particles and the bacteria and everything in your gut, they keep it inside there and don't let it get into your bloodstream. But over time, when you have enough bad guys and a bunch of things happen, those tight junctions in your gut can open. And when they open, this is a process called leaky gut, or increased permeability in the gut. And what happens is whole food particles can seep through your gut lining. The bacteria, the bad dudes that are in there can seep through there. Inflammatory products can seep through there. And as they seep through there, your immune system in your bloodstream goes, whoa, what is that stuff? That's foreign invaders. That's a bunch of bad stuff. And your immune system goes crazy to attack it. All right? So they have found that these bad dudes in the gut and leaky gut are intimately connected to people that have rheumatoid arthritis. And it makes sense. It's literally intimately connected to every autoimmune condition, not just rheumatoid arthritis. So how can CBD oil help with that? Well, CBD oil has been shown to help, it helps reduce the bad guys in your gut, all right? So if there's some of these bad guys living in your gut, it helps reduce the bad guys. The other side of that is it basically helps nourish and provide a benefit to the good guys in your gut, right? So if you can reduce bad guys and support the growth of good guys. Now, I'm not saying that it makes new guys, all right? It doesn't do that. But because of its impact, it could increase the positive benefit of the good guys in your gut. So creating that proper balance is going to have a really positive impact on rheumatoid arthritis. Number two is, what does it do to the leaky gut? So we know it reduces inflammation in the gut and it helps create balance with these people. Now guess what? What happens when CBD oil and you have a leaky gut? Well, what they have found out is that CBD oil helps interact with, there's this chemical called zonulin, which is what loosens up the tight junctions. It helps reduce that so that it can help tighten up the tight junctions in your gut. So it helps fight against leaky gut. What? I mean, did you just hear what I said? If leaky gut, increased gut permeability is linked to almost every known autoimmune condition on the planet, especially in cases of rheumatoid arthritis, because there's a study that proved it. And now we know that CBD oil can help balance the bad guys and reduce gut permeability. Do you think that could have a positive impact if you have rheumatoid arthritis? Heck yeah, it can. So that's why we want to use it. Now, I'm not saying it cures it all. I'm just saying it could have a positive benefit. Isn't that just what you're looking for, is a positive benefit? Because I always ask myself, well, did the drugs cure anything that you're talking about? No. So if drugs don't cure it, wouldn't we like a natural supplement or a substance that could do positive things for us in dealing with the symptoms? Absolutely, all right? Now, the third way that CBD oil, because I told you I was going to give you 5, right? Number 1 was the impact on inflammation. Number 2 was the impact on the gut and gut inflammation, gut permeability, and the bad dude's balance. And number 3 is on balancing the immune system. So this is the deal. In an autoimmune condition, what happens is there's 2 sides to your immune system. There's the side that goes out and kills things. Then there's the side that goes out and marks things to be killed. And in autoimmune conditions, you tend to get like this. Either you get way too many things killing things or way too many things marking things to be attacked. But either way, there's this huge imbalance in the immune system. It goes unchecked because in a healthy immune system, it's always doing this. But in an autoimmune condition, it's doing this, all right? So guess what CBD oil has this ability to do? It is something that is called biphasic, all right? Now, what does that mean? Well, see, immunosuppressants, what they do to this imbalance, they push both sides all the way down. And we already said we don't want both sides pushed all the way down because we need an immune system to work properly. So when you're talking about something that works biphasic, it means it can actually help reduce the inflammatory products on one side, but it may actually help stimulate or bring positive balance up from the other side. So in a biphasic type of substance, like CBD oil and other adaptogens, is they can help move things either up or down according to what the body needs. What? And that's so cool, right? So because CBD oil has a biphasic ability to, it's not an immune suppressant, all right? But it actually stimulates what are called T regulatory cells, which are like the sergeant of the armies. And it's up here telling both sides what to do. So if you can increase the regulators, you're going to help create more balance. And if you can balance your immune system, you have a very positive impact on autoimmune conditions, just like rheumatoid arthritis, all right? So it helps with inflammation. It helps with the gut health. Number 3 is it helps balancing the immune system. Number 4, pain, all right? We know with inflammation and rheumatoid arthritis, there's almost always pain, all right? That's one of the biggest problems with inflammation. So how does CBD oil help with pain? Well, so you have these receptors throughout your whole nervous system. You have CB1 and CB2 receptors. And this is the thing. CBD oil, anybody that tells you that CBD oil interacts directly with your CB1 receptors doesn't know what they're talking about. CBD does not interact with CB1 receptors. However, what it does is that you have natural substances your body makes. One of these are called endocannabinoids, and one of them is called anandamide. Anandamide is a joy bliss chemical your body makes naturally, all right? And it connects to these CB1 receptors, which helps in your brain centers to feel joy and bliss, which is kind of like the opposite of pain, all right? Now, get this. CBD oil, what it does is it doesn't interact with that specific receptor. What it does is it blocks this FAH enzyme that breaks down anandamide. All right. So by blocking the enzyme that breaks down this joy bliss chemical, you have more joy bliss chemical floating around in your brain. And when you have more joy bliss chemical floating around in your brain, you have less pain. Isn't that awesome? So CBD oil helps reduce pain by stopping the enzyme that breaks down our natural joy bliss chemical, so you get more joy bliss chemical floating around in your body. More anandamide equals less pain. And that's awesome. Now, so that's 4 of them, all right? This 5th one is mind-blowing, all right? And I doubt you're going to hear this anywhere else, but I put this together in my research. I don't think you're going to hardly see it anywhere else. Rheumatoid arthritis. In the research, what they have found out is, and this is groundbreaking stuff, is that serotonin, all right? Now, we all think of serotonin as a neurotransmitter in the brain, all right? But they have found out is that people with rheumatoid arthritis, and the more severe the rheumatoid arthritis, the lower the serotonin found in the joint. See, what you don't think about is that serotonin actually interacts throughout the body, all right? So they found that there's lower serotonin in the joints of people that have RA, all right? So think about that. Think about that. Lower serotonin in the joints of people with RA drives the RA worse or less, all right? So what they found out is things that can increase serotonin or interact with serotonin receptors can improve the symptoms of RA. Now, this is pretty cool because there's 2 ways that CBD can affect that. Number 1 is that we know that CBD can bind to the 5-HT1A receptor, which is a serotonin receptor. All right? So it can bind to the serotonin receptor and therefore have a serotonin-like impact. So that right there is going to help with rheumatoid arthritis symptoms because in your joints, the CBD can interact with those serotonin receptors. But guess, this is another way. It's so cool. 90% of the serotonin made in your body is made in your gut. What? So guess what? All that stuff we talked about up here, how it helps with your gut, it helps balance the microbes, helps reduce inflammation, helps decrease leaky gut. Do you think that's going to have a positive impact on the ability of your gut to make serotonin? Heck yeah. And if 90% of the serotonin in your body is made in your gut and you need good serotonin levels to help, because low serotonin in the joints has been linked to rheumatoid arthritis, well, guess what? If we can increase serotonin in the body because our gut's working better, then we're going to have a positive impact on rheumatoid arthritis. I guarantee you will not find that tidbit of information anywhere else on the planet. That is a Dr. Jim exclusive. I put that together. I've never seen it anywhere. Mind-blowing. All right? Incredible. So here's the thing. 5 ways that CBD oil could possibly help with the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. Number 1 is it helps, with global inflammation because just like in animal models and MS, it reduced the gene transcription that promoted inflammation. Number 2 is the impact it has on gut health. It reduces gut inflammation. It helps balance the good and the bad guys. Helps reduce leaky gut. That's awesome. Number 3 is CBD oil is biphasic. It has a balancing impact on the immune system. It's not an immune suppressant. It can help create balance. Number 4 is with pain. We know that by blocking the enzyme that breaks down anandamide, and anandamide's our joy bliss chemical, if by blocking that enzyme you have more anandamide, anandamide equals less pain. That's awesome. And number 5, the Dr. Jim exclusive you will not hear anywhere else is CBD oil. The impact, what they found in the research is that the neurotransmitter serotonin the low amount of serotonin in the joints has been linked to rheumatoid arthritis. And we know that CBD oil has a positive impact on, it can interact with the serotonin receptors, so it can interact with the serotonin receptors in your joints, which will have a positive impact on RA. And 90% of the serotonin made in your body is made in your gut, so all the positive things that we talked about, how it helps with your gut, it's going to help with serotonin. Isn't that awesome? So my question is, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, I mean, if you're not taking CBD oil, I highly, highly recommend that you take it. I'm not saying that you're going to cure your rheumatoid arthritis with CBD oil, but I also know that, ibuprofen, cortisone, and biologics aren't going to cure your rheumatoid arthritis either. So if there's a natural way that we could have a really positive impact, that's what you would want, right? So what I recommend if you have any kind of arthritis pain like that, is I recommend taking a two-prong approach, all right? Number one is I would take a CBD orally. I like the oils sublingually, and that helps with systemic inflammation. And then if you have specific joints that pop up, you can use a topical relief cream directly on it with CBD in it, and helps reduce the inflammation locally and systemically. I think that is the best way to go, all right? So here's the thing. You need a really good CBD. And if you want the CBD oil that I recommend, all right, because there is a topical relief cream, there's a CBD oil that goes underneath your tongue. Shoot, there's even gummies if you want those. All right, I prefer the oil, but listen, some people just want some fruit-flavored gummies. I get it, all right? So if you want the CBD oil that I recommend, it's pure, it's tested, it's all the best of the best things that you could want with an amazing topical relief cream, then put info in the comments, and then check your messenger, because in your messenger is going to be this message like, here's the link to order what I recommend. Here's the thing. If somebody else sent you this video, they probably have a CBD oil they want you to try. Go ahead and get with them, and you can try the CBD oil they recommend. But if not, put info in the comments, and I'm going to send you a link to order the exact CBD oil that I recommend. All right. Number two, this CBD oil thing, right? It's changing lives all across the world. And if you want to be a part of the movement, not just helping people, but maybe actually financially, you'd like to be a part of that, right? If you'd like to see some positive, benefits financially from this explosive growth industry, if you want to be on my team, then go ahead and put info in the comments. I'm going to send you a link in your messenger. You can take a free tour of the business, and then you and I can talk, and I will personally help you launch your CBD oil business. Now, if someone else put that in your, sent you this video and they want you on their team, by all means, go be on their team, all right? But if you want to be on my team, put info in the comments, and I'd love to help you launch your CBD business. And then lastly, if you suffer with rheumatoid arthritis or any other autoimmune condition, and you're frustrated because maybe you're taking CBD oil right now and you've seen some benefits, but there's still a lot of problems. Maybe you've been going the standard route for a long time. You've even tried a bunch of natural people, and you're still not where you want to go, and you're frustrated because you got inflammation, you got pain. It's making it nearly impossible for you to lose weight. You're actually trying to figure out, why am I gaining weight? Why I have rheumatoid arthritis? Maybe it's killing your energy. All of these things. Like if you're frustrated with all that, I want to invite you to a webinar that I'm doing tomorrow night. All right. So in this webinar, we're going to discuss a brand new test. This test literally will tell us all the things that we want to know. It's going to tell us the why. It's going to give us the condition of your microbiome. That could be, we talked about how important that is, right? It's going to give us the condition of your microbiome. It's going to give us your neurotransmitter metabolism. So we're going to know, are you making enough serotonin or not? Yeah, we're going to be able to tell that. It's going to tell us all the your nutrient deficiencies or what you have enough of. Because what we do know is that rheumatoid arthritis, there are very specific metabolic breakdowns that are indicative of having rheumatoid arthritis, or almost any autoimmune condition. And we can find them, and when we find them, we know exactly what we need to do to fix them. So this brand new test, all right, this brand new test I have right here. Tomorrow night, I'm doing a webinar about how this new test is helping people overcome autoimmune and chronic health care conditions and lose 20 to 40 pounds all in 90 days without dangerous drugs, a bunch of crazy fat diets, and useless supplements, all right? So if that sounds like something that you would be interested, if you would be excited, then what I want you to do is put info in the comments. Because when you put info in the comments in your messenger, there's going to be a link to register for the webinar, all right? I need you need to register for the webinar. Because this is what I'm going to tell you. The people that have already registered for the webinar, the people that are already gotten the results from their tests, the people that are already implementing the fixes, the what your body needs to fix these imbalances, are getting ridiculously awesome results. From things like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's, type 2 diabetes, all kinds of autoimmune conditions, weight loss. I have somebody that's, just started working with me, and she told me she started a week ago. She was down 8 pounds in a week, all right? So if you want to be on this webinar, click info in the comments and go register for that webinar in your messenger. And I'm going to tell you all about this brand new test and exactly how we can put together. It's going to give us your why. It's going to tell us exactly why you're having problems and exactly what we need to do to fix it. Life-changing stuff, all right? So it's not a webinar about CBD oil, all right? Just so everybody knows, I give all the information I can about CBD oil right here. I have a completely separate webinar about this test and what we do for people on that test. So if you would like to work with me directly to help you overcome your autoimmune chronic health care condition, lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days or more, then put info in the comments. And when you register for that webinar, at the end of the webinar, there's going to be the ability for you to set up a free consultation with me, and we can work together, and I can help you really change your life, right? All this information has changed my life, changed hundreds of people's lives, can definitely change yours. This same test, over the doctors that I'm collaborating with in Greece, have treated over 40,000 patients with autoimmune conditions and chronic health care conditions with an 85% success rate, all right? You can't get this test anywhere else. I brought it to the United States. Just like I brought you point number 5, rheumatoid arthritis and neurotransmitters today. That's a Dr. Jim exclusive. Well, this is a Dr. Jim exclusive. There's nobody else in the country doing it. I brought it here because I want the very, very best for you. I'm always looking for the most cutting edge solutions for my patients. I found it. There's nothing like it out there. All right. So if you just put info in the comments, you can register for that webinar. So CBD oil helps with rheumatoid arthritis for all those 5 reasons that we talked about. If you want the CBD oil that I recommend, put info in the comments. Go check your messenger. If you want to be on my team, I'd love to have you, man. We're changing lives and we're helping people make an income. Put info in the comments, and in your messenger, you can take a free tour as soon as possible because it locks in a spot on my team. And then number 3, if you want more information about working with me directly, if you want more information about this brand new test and how it can find your why, the why you're having your problems and how we can fix it, then register for that webinar, all right? It's going to change your life, all right? So just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that, change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome night.